All of a sudden, the second I turn in there, the lights, the sirens, the whole thing starts happening. It's just like, oh shit. Hey,
Wow.
if I was going 30 and a 25, I'm sorry, but I don't know if we need this many officers.
Right.
So I pull over into literally like the not at my house, but into like the main driveway of the
Mm-hmm.
subdivision.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden I hear like, open the fucking door, like stop the vehicle. There was a certain protocol, I might get it wrong, but it's something along the lines of they make you do something where you you keep one hand out the window and then with your other hand you reach on the outside of the door to open the door, basically to show them that you have no weapons, you're
Yes.
not reaching for anything, so you can leave your vehicle without taking
Right.
that old dirt nap.
Right. Right.
and
Right. Right.
so it's like, hey motherfucker, stop your car right now with your whatever hand, like open the door from the fucking outside,
Right. Right.
stay facing away from us, start backing. So I kind of, as I'm like opening, I glance backwards and I just see that, oh shit, there's now about 10 cop cars.
Oh, dude. I was gonna
Double
ask.
the
Oh God.
double the amount of officers, and then the some of them had weapons drawn on me, and I'm like, in this moment, I'm like, oh, I know what this is.
Right. Right.
This is starting to make sense to me.
And up
So
until that point, had you only considered it was some traffic thing that had happened, or like had you thought, oh no, is this about that, or not at all until that moment?
kind of space, because enough time elapsed for me to kind of
Right.
think that, hey,
Months
whatever
and
happened
months.
in the past, yeah,
Totally.
at this
Yeah.
point it was like, I don't even remember this anymore. So it was a little bit weird at first, and then when I saw all the vehicles, then I kind of
Yeah.
realized like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I know exactly what this is.
Totally. Yeah.
So they get me out of the car, they tell me to stay facing away them, hands in there, the whole thing. I'm backing up towards them.
Jesus.
I get close enough, and all of a sudden, hands behind my back, they throw me in cuffs, they're roughing me up, they're swearing, it's going crazy, and I'm like, oh shit. Usually in a situation like that, most people tend to, one of two things. I think they panic like a motherfucker because like, what's going on? Or they're, in some cases I've seen people be not so nice and
Yeah.
not help their situation any more than what's already happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of like, okay, yeah, like whatever you need, sit on the curb, sure, yeah, no problem, just kind of calm. They all start raiding in my car. They're like, I can hear yelling from inside the vehicle, like, whose fucking car is this? Whose fucking car is this? License and registration. I'm like, sir, I think there's got to be some kind of mistake.
Can I just try to explain one thing? Yeah.
Because what you're about to find in my glove box is proof of registration,
Yes.
proof of insurance to this vehicle under my name.
Yeah.
So they're rifling through this. One officer remained with me at the side of the curb to kind of keep an eye on me. Mind you, by the way, I'm literally in my subdivision.
Right.
So now,
oh God.
all the neighbors are coming out.
Oh
There's
my
kids.
God.
Everybody's screaming. They're like, I knew that bastard with the goopy haircut was up to no good. This whole time. Like, And so like, I'm just like, now I'm like, first, I'm not even thinking like that far ahead at this point, but I'm just like, great. Now, like, I've embarrassed my community. They think that I'm just some complete delinquent. This
Totally.
is all shit.
Right. Yeah.
So they keep rummaging through my vehicle.
Oh God.
And at this point, you kind of see some head scratching going on, and a little bit of the commotion dies down.
Yeah.
The officer that was sitting with me ends up having somebody else come over to sit with me. He goes over to meet up with the group to find out what's going on, since he'd been the one to speak with me, and just kind of asked. Then he came back and he's like, is there any reason that your car would be reported stolen? And I'm like, well, sir, I am the owner of the vehicle, and I was just in it before you guys interrupted my evening. And so no, I couldn't really give you a reason why that this might have happened. He's like, well, this car is coming up stolen. We're trying to figure out more information, and are you sure you don't know anything about it? And this is actually a true thing. Like in that time, like I moved to a different state, and it's not uncommon where I'd fly home to like go visit family somewhere else, or I'd be on the road with my band, and some of my friends didn't have a car, so I'd let them use my car when I was gone, type thing. So, things may have happened in my vehicle to the day that I just never, like, ungodly things.
Okay. Yeah.
So something might have went down, but I just kind of was like, I explained that. I was like, listen, I don't know, like I often travel. Sometimes like I leave my room or my car for my roommates, for friends if they need it. I'm just a good guy. You're going to find that out when you realize this is my vehicle.
Yeah.
Like, all right, They ended up giving me the original guy gave me a breathalyzer test. I think they were just trying to like get something on me to have some reason to like take me in.
Totally.
To, like, start,
Yeah.
Speaking.
Buy themselves some time too. Like they have to let you go if it's your car, you have registration, but they probably want to hold on to you to figure out what the fuck's going on. Yeah.
Exactly. They're trying to figure out this whole situation. And so, again, I had drank that, whatever it's called, a Brutus or something like that.
You had a Brutus at Applebee's. Yeah.
You know, hey, living the big life.
Yeah.
And I knew that I wasn't impaired at all. That was like about 2 hours prior. It was just one drink. And I think I blew maybe like a 0.01 or something like that. And the state that I was in at the time was like zero tolerance. So it didn't really matter.
Fuck. Okay.
They could look the other way if they wanted to. But, you know, the law was the law.
Yeah.
And the guy basically came back and they finally were able to connect. Like, hey, this was reported stolen from like a tow yard.
Right.
Do you know anything about this at all? And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. My car has never been towed. I don't know. Like, I'm just saying whatever I can because I'm doing my best to like protect my friends. Myself from whatever, like.
But let me ask you though, why? Like, what is if you had to say now, looking back, what is the exact reason you chose to not say, "Yeah, I know what happened"? Because, well, no, yeah, I guess what would you say is the reason for that?